let me tell you of the days of high adventure.
Hey, I'm Mike.
And I'm Kevin.
And this is 6 Degrees of Schwarzenegger, the podcast where we take a long, hard look at some of your favorite action movies from the era of Arnold.
Schwarzenegger is the icon of the genre, and we're taking a deep dive into some of these 80s and 90s cult action movies and breaking them all the way down.
What's up? Welcome back, everybody.
What's up?
We are doing the 5th and final episode of this badass movie, Conan the Barbarian. 1982. Arnold Schwarzenegger, the man himself.
It didn't make him a star, but it definitely helped.
Didn't it? I feel like this was the one.
I thought it was. It was either Terminator.
This was before Terminator.
But I don't think this was the one that made him a star, though.
Yeah, it was.
I think Terminator probably did, or Predator. I think Predator's the one that made him international star.
Predator, I think, made him so here's my theory. Conan made him a star, and Terminator really supported that. Predator made him he took the leap to being the top action movie guy, and Terminator 2 made him the biggest star in the world.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'd agree. I feel like
this movie, made it where, this dude Conan, that muscle guy who's just, known for being a bodybuilder,
he can act.
He can make an entertaining movie.
Yeah, we can work
and then,
with this guy.
Terminator really cemented that.
I go with that. Although I feel like he did less stuff in Terminator than he did in Conan. He did more stuff in Conan, as far as, just movement and acting.
Yeah, and he definitely had more dialogue in this.
Yeah, than he ever did in Terminator. But
This has to be the movie though that people were like, he's a movie star, he can do movies.
So if you say to rando guy on the street, hey, name me 4 Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, you think Conan's one of the ones that comes up?
Ooh.
So definitely,
it probably is not on my Mount Rushmore.
Definitely Terminator and Terminator 2,
right? And I would say Predator and Total Recall.
And yeah.
But this is right there.
It's
like True Lies.
It's like Commando.
Yeah.
It's right in that area.
Yeah.
I don't even know if people know True Lies, to be honest with you.
Man, they should.
Oh, that's a great movie, yeah.
They should. All right, we got a movie to talk about, I guess.
Yeah.
So this section opens. Valeria has died, and they burned her body up. And now they've got the princess tied up to almost where you would imagine someone doing a sacrifice. She's at the top of a pyramid or on top of a rock.
Well, it's like bait. She's bait.
Exactly. They're sitting there waiting for Thulsa Doom and his goons to come.
They're not even trying to run anymore. They're just let's stay and fight.
They've got her kind of stripped down as well.
Is that not what she was wearing?
It might have been, but I'm kind of
did she have
aren't these guys supposed to be the good guys?
Yeah, but they didn't bring her outfit for her to change in.
But they were supposed to bring her back to the king alive.
Yeah, but all that's kind of thrown out the window once Thulsa Doom killed Valeria. So now it's you gotta at some point stand and fight.
Thing was also though, she was kind of annoying. She's talking shit to Conan.
Yeah.
She's saying they're gonna come and they're gonna kill you guys.
Yeah.
You don't have anything for Thulsa Doom or whatever.
Makes me think that she was brainwashed.
Brainwashed, or you mean she was happy to be part of it?
She was. Either or. It's such a.
But, I'm saying it's a fine line, right?
And we'll have to answer that question towards the end of this.
Yeah, she seems to flip again.
Yeah, she flips.
But I think, she's definitely still she's still brainwashed. Nothing else.
What was that movie? James Bond. Never Say Never Again. At the very beginning of the movie.
I hate that one.
You don't like that movie?
That was the last one with Connery.
It was, but it wasn't even
It was a remake of Thunderball.
It was, and it wasn't even it's like an unofficial James Bond movie.
Yeah, it's not even real. That's why I thought it was just cheesy.
But the what it reminds me of is at the very beginning where he's going through all that training, and then he at the very end saves the girl, and then she reaches under the pillow or whatever, and she stabs him. This is what that princess reminds me of, that character. Totally brainwashed, totally what's the word? What's the phrase? When you have been kidnapped by somebody.
Oh shit! It's
what's that phrase?
Hold on.
Stockholm syndrome.
Yes.
Yeah. So she totally got Stockholm syndrome.
She like sympathizes with her kidnappers.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, she was living pretty lush.
I mean, but
then again, she was a princess before, so she was probably living lush with the king as well.
So Thulsa Doom, that's not Thulsa Doom the person, but whatever that is, that's a religion, correct?
The snake cult.
Yeah, the snake cult. That's a religion, or is it a cult? Or is
it's a cult.
It's the same thing. Cult and religion are really
back then, yeah.
They can be really similar, right?
When you're worshiping someone who's still alive, I think it's a cult.
Okay, all right. So it was a cult, right? And so she's worshiping this guy because I never see any of the benefits that she gets because she's already a princess, right? So she didn't want for anything. Like let's just say she wanted to have an orgy. She's a princess. She could have had an orgy, right? So she was really down with whatever. I think Thulsa Doom had some kind of hypnotic spell over all these people.
Yeah, like, everyone who was close to him, I think,
some kind of magical hypnotic spell he had over all these people.
Which is in history. I mean, that's the thing. Like real life, like guys who run cults, the friggin' Branch Davidians and David Koresh and all, like Jonestown. Yeah, like this is real.
Yeah. But his was like, theirs was more charisma. His was charisma plus magic.
Yeah, he was like legit. I mean, he could turn into a snake.
Yeah, right? And he could legit hypnotize people.
So I can see why people are like, this guy must be a god because he can turn into a snake.
Yeah. I'd be like, okay.
I can't knock that.
I'd be like, I'm convinced.
I can't doubt that.
Like, if you tell me you can turn into a snake and then you actually turn into a snake, I'm like, all right, I might follow you.
So now we got Conan and Super Tire like building booby traps.
Yeah.
And all this. It's kind of like Predator.
Well, it's like a lot of Arnold
movies, I guess.
It's like
also like Home Alone.
Yeah, it's like very Home Alone. A lot of Arnold movies where he has that one little scene where he's totally prepping himself for the final battle. Like he's putting his swords in his everything. And
he starts talking to Crom.
Yeah.
This is like, for me, I feel like in the whole movie, this is only really his second like extended scene of dialogue.
Yeah.
Like where he's saying more than just a few words. He's like talking about, Crom. No one's going to remember later who was the good guys or who was the bad guys. It's just going to be that two people stood against many and, all this type of stuff.
Yeah, so I've never understood his relationship with Crom because he worships Crom a lot, but he's also like, Crom, fuck off if you don't help me. He does that like 2 or 3 times in this movie where he's like, I worship you, Crom. I believe in you, but if you don't help me, then to hell with you, right? And he does that at least twice in this movie, if not 3 times.
I mean, I think he's not a particularly like. He actually says, I think in his speech, like, I've never prayed to you before. Like, I'm not that guy.
Which is not true because he prayed to him earlier, but
he's just saying like, I'm not. I don't have the mind for whatever. I guess maybe it's like he doesn't really have the mind to be submissive to any body, any god. Like he's his own man, top to bottom.
I get that, and at least I get that's what they were going for. But to me, it's like I can't keep praying to God and then telling God to fuck off. Like like that makes no sense. Like at some point, you're just like, I'm not saying he should have been agnostic, but it's just weird to me that he kept referencing Crom and then always telling Crom, like, if you don't help me, then I don't need your help. Like that's kind of like almost like religious reverse psychology. Like he's always like, I don't need you, Crom, like please help me. I
can see that. I can see that. All I could think during this whole section is like, man, it's taking Thulsa and them like a minute to chase them down. Like they've got time to build all these traps and everything. Like if they had just rode right out after them, they probably could have overwhelmed them.
Do you think they were like back at the temple, like sweeping the floors?
I guess so, or like rounding up who's still alive, I guess. Posse. Like get them all weapons and let's ride out.
Because they didn't go very far, right?
No, it was like a day's ride, maybe something like that at the most.
Yeah, I guess they could have they could have like chased him directly after he shot the arrow.
Yeah,
I
guess they did have to regroup a little bit.
But I guess maybe there was just the 3 of them. Like there was only Thulsa Doom and his 2.
They might have had to get some dudes from one of the other temples or Snake Tower
or some other guys and
brainwash some new dudes.
Yeah, they had to go wake up everybody from their orgy.
But so finally the bad guys are showing up. Like, and they're not trying to sneak up or anything like that. They're just like riding in. They got their sigils flying, the snake pendant, like the snake symbol or whatever they got.
Yeah, I think one of the cool things about this whole world is you really can't sneak up on people. Like there's these, like it was almost filmed in the desert, right?
Yeah.
Like you can see people coming. Like you can see that
like
doom.
a mile off.
Yeah, like you see, like like, and does that add tension to the?
I think
it's not like they can sneak up on you from like a mountain. Like you see them coming after you a
it's
mile
pretty
away.
good. I mean, in a movie like this, like you like to have that big build up before the battle. Like you think of movies like Lord of the Rings or The Two Towers or whatever, Braveheart. Like it's never just like surprise battle. It's like you need that build up.
I've always wondered, like as a director, so you write the movie, like I guess Oliver Stone wrote this, right?
Yeah.
So you write the movie and then you get a director, and are they like, well, I really want to build tension, so let's find a location that I can see people a mile away, or do they get the location and they just get lucky and incorporate the distance into the movie? Like which came first, the chicken or the egg?
It's like movie magic where they could, if they found this rock formations that they really liked, but they could still film them riding across a plane, and sort of cut it together, make it make sense. But
like they're on set and they're like,
I think they like it. I think Milius got exactly what he wanted with this. Where you see him riding up, it's reminiscent of the open of the movie when they're riding up on Conan's village when he was a little boy.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like he does a lot of like shots like this where you can see the danger in the distance.
They don't really wait. There's not like a moment where there's a standoff or anything. They just like ride right in and the battle's on.
Yeah.
Conan's just like taking people out with his big ass axe.
It's all the battle droids.
Yeah, basically. Taking out all the no names, right?
Yeah, it's all the battle droids.
Subutai is like spearing dudes. There's some pretty great stunt work on this, like guys flying off horses and rolling horses down into those like the punji sticks or whatever, like the spears they had set up.
Yeah, and like these are again like the 80s stunts, right? So a guy falls off a horse like right in front of another actor, right? They could have gone wrong in so many different ways.
But it is exactly like you say, like as they were riding up, you had Thulsa, Thorgrim, and Rexor up front. But then when the battle pops off, they're like laying back.
Yeah, they're like, hey, go on, minions.
Exactly.
Yeah. Why does the bad guy? Would it be interesting if they ever have a movie where the bad guy attacks first? Like, so we just saw Avengers Endgame, and I feel like Thanos attacks first a lot.
Oh yeah.
And then he brings his.
The bad guy should be the aggressor, or you mean the main bad guy?
The main bad guy.
Yeah,
the big
that's
boss.
a good shout. That's a good call.
He always is the last one, but you never really see.
They're always laying back in the cut.
They're always and they always there's always like 3 tiers, right? There's always like the minions, right? The no names, whatever, and then there's like the second guys, like the Rexors and the.
To your exact point, like when we did Big Trouble, you had the bad gang guys, and then the 3 storms, and then you get
it's always in 3s.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's a good call.
Yeah, can be like a little like in this movie, you have your minions. But then after they get cut through all them, there's a couple of minions that have some specialty deaths, I guess.
When you mention it, I mean, that's kind of a tired movie trope. Like, it'd be fresh to see the main bad guy just coming in busting heads.
Yeah, and then maybe his minions, maybe not his minions, but like his secondary bad guys. Like, James Bond is notorious for that, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's always got like the minions and then the secondary bad guy and then the big boss, right? But it'd be cool to see the big boss fight first, you know? And so then like somebody's...
That's the thing is like, why are they sitting back waiting? Like, wouldn't they have the best chance of winning if they all came at once?
You think? Oh, well, then we get into karate movies, right? Why nobody attacks.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like Subutai is picking guys off with his bow and arrow.
Yeah, and a spear, which...
Yeah.
He kills several dudes with
it's pretty dope.
I get Conan because he's cutting down dudes with a battle axe, right? But Subutai is basically spearing people to death, which
I swear Subutai throws a handful of sand into the eyes of a horse.
Probably
in this fight. Like,
probably.
That's some dirty ass fighting.
Again, it's all about survival, man. Nobody fights fair, right?
But these are really good stunts, like on this whole thing where the guys are rolling off horses and stuff like that. Like, they don't make a whole lot of movies anymore where it's like real stunt work like that.
It's probably way too dangerous, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
and dangerous for animals, you think. I mean,
they're like here in Georgia, I guess it was like last year, there was a stuntman that was killed at Walking Dead, and that was such an uproar, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sure that like back then there was no like.
Well, if you're having dudes risk their life for like no necessary reason, really, I mean, even the Wizard, I think, gets in on the fighting a little bit.
Yeah, he does.
Doesn't he?
He kills. So somebody attacks Subutai, and the Wizard kind of jumps out of nowhere and then spears that guy in the back and kills him. But then it's like such a weird, like very weird, like comic moment in the movie where the Wizard's like laying on his back on the ground.
He's like a turtle.
He's like a turtle, yeah. He's like trying to roll over like a turtle. It's like, why would you insert that comical scene in this very serious moment?
Good for this guy for living as long as he's lived, and it seemed like he's never really been in a fight before. Like in this world, I imagine that's like an accomplishment.
Well, did he ever have to? Like he's
I
a
guess
wizard.
not.
He's
He's not a warrior.
Yeah.
So now you got sort of Conan is like, I guess the Wizard and Subutai are taking care of the minions, and you got Conan who's fighting Rexor and Thorgrim.
Which one's Thorgrim again?
Thorgrim is Sven Ole Thorsen.
Okay.
And Rexor is Ben Davidson.
So he's like the second of the secondary bad guys. Thorgrim.
Yeah, right. He was the one who didn't really ever get to talk.
Yeah.
But he just sort of had the comic relief moments almost.
Yeah. Although he has a badass death scene.
Yeah.
He has a badass
And really,
death
he
scene.
had the upper hand on Conan. He like whacked him with his big ass hammer that he was swinging around.
How that didn't break his like complete shoulder out, I'll never know.
There's a great like horse crash where Conan takes down Thorgrim's horse.
Yeah.
Thorgrim like basically ends up killing himself.
Yeah.
Almost. Like he triggers that big ass spike.
Yeah.
That swings around and just impales him.
Yeah.
Oh, and there was a great moment, wasn't there? When Conan came and looked at him?
Yeah. Kind of like looks him over, and I think Thorgrim kind of reaches out to him and like, and he just like, ugh. And
Conan, he almost like has a curious look on his face. Like I imagine his like looking at him and he's kind of like, oh, what's it like to be dying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I wouldn't know.
It's a really weird personal. You would think he'd have had that with Thulsa Doom, but it's a really weird like personal moment he has with.
It's pretty
Thorgrim.
Savage too, the way he's just like looking at him like, oh yeah, you're dying. How's that feel?
Yeah, and it's so. To me, like I think the best death scene I've ever seen was from the movie Dread, where Mama like takes the slow-mo and then they chuck her off like the 105th floor and she crashes into the. So to me, that's the best death scene I've ever seen. Right?
Okay.
This one right here is like number 2.
Yeah.
Like, and I think, like, I would never say that Sven Thor Olsen was like a great actor or anything like that, but he just nails this death scene, man. Like, it's
the look on his face.
The look on his face is real. Just like it looks real. Like I thought he really died.
Meanwhile, like Subutai gets speared in the leg. He's hobbled, I guess. He's still able to fight a little bit, but he's not really able to help Conan too much anymore. So it's kind of like Conan's almost on his own now.
Yeah, but
so now it's down to Conan and Rexor, which we've kind of been waiting on this for a minute, because clearly Rexor's like the biggest and baddest. He's like a giant, he's tall as hell. And this is where the ghost of Valeria shows up.
Yeah, like we said earlier, like she foreshadows the hell out of this scene. She's like, I will come back and save you even when I'm dead. And so she,
because Rexor's beating him.
Yeah,
I mean, and he's going to swing the death blow, and like
he's got the high ground.
Valeria physically stops his sword.
Yeah.
So it's not even just like a hallucination or a vision. It's like she's physically there.
Yep. And then so it looks like she swipes his eyes with her sword.
Well, she's like really shining, right? She looks like a real Valkyrie.
Yeah.
In that moment, like she looks like a Viking with her shining armor and everything like that.
And so then she says to Conan, she's like, well, do you want to live forever? Kind of in like a haha way, And
then she vanishes.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, she was looking good too when she came back.
So she was so blurry, I didn't really get a good look, and it's so quick.
Lovely.
Okay.
But do we think she was physically there?
No, total ghost.
So, but she stopped his sword.
Ghost powers.
Okay, fair.
Like like in the movie Ghost, like how he put that penny up on the door.
You're true.
Yeah. Ghost powers.
Basically, that gives Conan the upper hand though, and he comes and he kills Rexor. He like hacks him up pretty good.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, this movie's definitely not afraid of showing some blood.
No. Yeah. I don't think it is 80s, so I think if you did that movie today, I mean, it was obviously really bloody movie for its time, but like if you fast forward like even into like the 90s maybe, then like those same scenes you would have had like him cutting somebody and like you've seen like a deep gash in his shoulder, or you would have cut somebody and his guts spilled out. Like it would have been like this over the top gratuitous. Like
I feel like that effects were easy to do. They probably would have had him in this too.
Yeah,
like,
probably.
I think John Milius liked the gore.
Yeah, he definitely liked the blood. Yeah.
Now this is where Thulsa Doom, like from a distance, he takes another snake arrow, and he's like gonna try to shoot the princess.
Why?
That's such a punk ass move, isn't it?
Why? Why does he do that?
It's
why
like if I can't have her, no one will. But yeah, why not shoot at Conan?
But thank you. Like
it's a weird move.
Why did he kill her? Like why was he trying to kill her? Like he obviously came after her, right? And I get the whole like if I can't have you, then nobody can thing. But that just doesn't make sense in this movie. Like he could have had anybody he wanted. So why did he try to kill her? Like what was the point?
And what happens? Subutai jumps in and shields her with his shield. He catches the arrow,
which is weird because didn't Subutai just get stabbed in the leg? So he shouldn't have never been able to hobble up there.
He was just barely able to save the day.
Yeah, he just jumps up and
I'll tell you, with that money on the line from the king, he was like willing to do anything. I
don't. At a certain point, it's not about money for those guys, right? It's about like honor and just a good fight, you know.
And so getting back to where Conan was at, like that sword that Rexor had been using the whole movie, that was Conan's dad's sword.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it had been broken in the fight.
Yeah.
But Conan takes that piece, like he takes the sword back. Yeah, it was the one that is from the opening credits.
Oh,
of the
he had
movie.
that sword that whole time?
Yeah, from the time I guess that his mom got killed with that sword. Then Rexor's had that sword for the past, 20 years or whatever.
You know that just because you know that?
Yeah, no, I know it because it's the same design. It's like it's a bull or a skull.
Yeah, because I feel like they don't. I feel like that's not like a.
No, they don't make a big deal.
It's not
out
a big
of it.
deal. Like it's not like there was a scene early on where he saw him with carrying that sword. He's like, I got to get that sword back. You know,
like there was one moment where he said he wanted to get his dad's sword back, but they never make a big deal out of it.
Yeah, it's not like a plot or it's not like a storyline.
Exactly. Conan is our triumphant hero. Yeah, I feel like he does almost like a muscle man pose.
Yeah, probably.
Like in this moment, it was the sort of pose and bow. Like
is this where he does a
crossover? He crosses arms and bows his head, but he's like a strongman pose, kind of like it was the big hero moment. Right?
Yeah, there again, he's paying homage to Crom, which he doesn't need his help, obviously.
So
weird.
But meanwhile, like Thulsa, like a punk, has run back to his temple, and he's whatever. It's a big ceremony going on. He's anointing.
He's basically recruiting new people.
He's like
right?
and rebuilding the cult, I guess, like that. I mean, I would have thought that like taking a big L like that would have turned people off, but whatever. It seems like they're down.
It almost felt like he was recruiting all of his people to go after the big fight now. Like they've had like the fight where they came to the orgy, right? They had that fight. They had the fight in the grounds, right? They had that one. And now Thulsa Doom was like, look, this is war, right? I'm getting everybody in here and we're going to go after these two guys and we're going to kill them. But Conan comes to him first.
Yeah, and the princess is helping Conan.
So that, again, if she was really brainwashed, how did she flip so quick?
I'm thinking like the moment he tried to kill her sort of snapped her out of it.
So that is what makes me think that she was a willing participant more than she was brainwashed. Because I feel like if she was literally brainwashed, she still wouldn't have flipped. She would have still been like, he just did this because he needed to, and I'm still like, she would have been kicking and screaming all the way back to her daddy, you know? It's
one of those mysteries, like, I guess we'll never know, but it's like, it's a little bit what's convenient.
I get that we get a little nitpicky over this stuff, but like when you really sit down and think about it, it's like, well, that doesn't make any sense.
Now, the fact that she's just like back now, like you would think that would make all the guards and everything be like, holy shit, the princess is back. But they're just kind of like, oh, hey.
Yeah, well, she's like,
she's helping Conan sneak in there.
Yeah, she's like, oh, I'm just here. I'm just going to the kitchen to get a sandwich. And like, meanwhile, Conan comes back behind everybody and cuts her throat.
And like, Thulsa's talking all types of shit. Like, whatever, we're gonna cleanse the earth and burn our way to paradise. And whatever.
This dude's about to go to war.
Conan's like, so he snuck his way through, with the distraction from the princess, slicing throats and all that. He sneaks up right behind Thulsa up on the altar, and Thulsa turns around and like starts to put that brainwash on him.
Yeah, he's like, this is where he's like, I basically made you. Like,
yeah, he's like calling him my child or my son or whatever.
Like he's trying to hypnotize him again, and I don't know what
he says. Like, you're not going to have anything left to live for if you kill me.
Yeah,
it seems to be working for a minute. It
is, yeah, and I have no idea what snaps him out of it. What snaps Conan out of it? But he snaps out of it. Thulsa,
to me, like Thulsa is really like believing his own hype if he thinks Conan's not about to kill him.
Yeah.
But it is a moment of weakness where it seems like Conan started working a little bit. Then Conan, like you say, he snapped out and just straight chops his head off.
Yeah.
With his dad's sword.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a pretty brutal. Actually, it's a really brutal. Like usually when you see like somebody beheaded,
it's like one swipe.
It's like one swipe, head comes right off, right? But this one, it's like 2 or 3 blows, right?
Yeah.
Like he chops his head off, right?
Yeah, it hits him from both sides.
Yeah, it's a very violent beheading. Like one of the most violent beheadings I've seen on film.
Mm-hmm. And I never really noticed like before this most recent watch that he was doing it with the broken sword, his dad's sword. That's like poetic justice, and all that. Like finally getting that closure or that revenge or whatever for his parents and all. But man, it's just very bloody. It would be in real life, I guess.
Yeah. Again, like I think when you think of beheadings, especially when you think of them in movies, you think it's just like one clean swipe and it's off. But no, this is like he takes several whacks at his head to cut it off. It's kind of gross. It's kind of, if you think about it, it's kind of gross.
So like, it's definitely gross. Yeah. And when that happens, like panic sort of starts to take over amongst all the followers, and Conan takes the head and he chucks it down the stairs, which is like also just the visual of the head just rolling down the stairs,
and the sound effects of it like clunking down it sounds like a melon, like
that's probably what they used, right?
Clunking down the steps.
But yeah, in that moment, like it seemed like the cult just sort of loses interest, like. Right?
No, like they're just like, we're done.
Oh, he's gone now? Cool. We're just gonna go back where we came from.
As if like they had no interest whatsoever. Like none of them like raise up to fight him or anything.
Nah, they're not a ride or die like that.
Yeah, it's like they're just like, we're just
I wonder, is the spell kind of broken when Thulsa's
got to be. If his spell is that strong to like have a hold over all these people, then why wasn't he strong enough to have a hold over Conan?
Yeah. Well, Conan, like, he seems content to just let them all go their separate ways. Like, he's not trying to take over or anything like that.
So his cult just like because he's got like satellite cults everywhere else, right? Does it instantaneously dissolve?
I think word trickles down that Thulsa's dead.
So just that main temple is what goes first, right? But then like that temple with the snake where they stole the diamond from, does that dissolve also? Like immediately?
Don't you think probably like Nazis, like they're like once you lost, then it's
but there's Nazis today.
but I mean, I imagine they're like, no, we're not members of that. Like we were never part of that. That's how I imagine. Like once the snake cult got killed off, then everyone's like, no, I was never a member of that. What snake cult?
Yeah,
it's like that.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know, but Conan sets the temple on fire, right? And now the temple was made out of all stone. And it's like burning up in a giant
How
blaze.
Does it catch on fire?
I don't know. That's a mystery.
Again, movie for movie's sake, right?
Now, then, so Conan and the princess, they head on out. Like, I guess he's. Did you ever sense like romance between the two of them?
Which is weird.
Well, Conan does seem like he's hooked up with every woman that he's sort of encountered.
But why would they make like a love interest between the princess and Conan? Like, out of literally the last scene of the film. Like there's like one other scene after this. Like a James Bond
type where he's always got to have a girl at the end or something?
But not once they have any kind of like romantic anything. Like,
and if anything, I mean, he's seen her like be sort of like a bad guy.
Shitty to them, yeah.
Yeah.
It was so I think
but do we think they hooked up? Yeah.
I don't. No? But I also think that scene that you're talking about was added to the new edition. Like I think they.
Oh, it wasn't in the theatrical.
I think they re-released the on the DVD or the Blu-ray. They re-released it and they added some deleted scenes. Because that scene really always sticks out to me.
You know what else? I can see why they cut it out, because there was like another deleted scene where the king got killed. So it would have been like, okay, he's taking her back to the king, but the king's dead now, so they're not getting paid anyway or whatever. Like, you almost don't need it because it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that was one of those added scenes which I have no idea. Like, it makes no sense. Like, I think they just added it to be like, hey, this is something we feel, because it just looks weird. Like, looks very CGI.
Yeah.
It just looks odd, you know? It's like, they did something to that scene.
I definitely feel like it was like an afterthought.
Yeah, it was. They totally added that.
And now we got Conan with a big beard, and he's on a throne. But he seemed like, and Mako's doing voiceover. He says he's returned the princess and his companions have sought out more adventures. But then he, like, eventually became a king. But, you know, like, to me, it doesn't seem like Conan's happy.
Like he's...
Doesn't he seem like he's, like, unhappy
got a lot
this?
of, like, he's not made to be a king. Like, some people just aren't. They just don't have that in them.
People, like, depending on him or whatever.
Yeah, like he's not like a politician, which I think a king probably has to be.
It seemed like it was almost against his will that he, like, agreed to be king or something like this.
I can see him having a lot of followers, but I can't see him being king. Like, I don't even know if that was what his ultimate goal was.
I don't think so. I don't think he was ever seeking that. I think he just wanted revenge.
He seems like the kind of hero that stumbles into a lot of stuff.
Like, goes from adventure to adventure, right? Yeah, like freewheeling. And there's that classic, like, movie cliche where he's like, oh, but that's another story. You know, like all the stories of him as king.
Yeah. They should have just put the "in" and question mark.
Right.
Ended it like that.
So, I mean, I think when they made it, like, it was intended to be like, this is going to be the first of our franchise. You know, which makes sense.
It was.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Just 2 movies, you call that a franchise? And Red Sonja?
Yeah, I would say it's a franchise.
It did sort of spawn the genre.
Yeah.
They made a lot of these barbarian movies.
Or there's Sword and the Sorcerer, I remember that. Yeah. Like, one of my favorites. Beastmaster, Dragon Slayer. That was a great movie.
They made a lot of these.
Yeah, there was
like Deathstalker.
Yeah, there was a lot of, like, those kind of, like, sword and sorcery films in the early 80s and 90s. Excalibur.
Yeah, that movie was good.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know if it started the genre, but it definitely was one of the leading movies
this
of it.
movie sequel, Conan the Destroyer, was, like, really, really bad. I mean, I feel like it just killed the franchise.
So it's almost like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Like, they obviously had more money to throw at this film, but it doesn't have that realism that the first movie had. Like, a lot of the sets look fake. Definitely a lot of the creature effects. It was like they were trying to do it on the cheap.
Yeah. But so, big takeaway for me from this movie is, if you're wiping out someone's whole village, don't leave anybody alive if you don't plan for them to come back for revenge. Yeah. That's my takeaway. You got any takeaways on this one?
Not as far as, like, themes from the movie. I would just say this is probably one of those hidden gems that a lot of people don't really know about, unless you, like, I'm sure Arnold fans know about this movie, but I'm sure just, like, regular folk don't know about this movie.
It doesn't have that big, like Terminator or Die Hard or something. Yeah, it's still considered a classic. Like,
it's not one of the films that you instantaneously think about when you think of Arnold. But having said that, it's one of the films that you have to watch. Like,
especially if you're an Arnold fan.
Yeah, it's a great film. It's a great. It's got everything you want as a guy. It's got blood and gore. It's got nudity. It's got everything that you want. Yeah. It's a good Sunday afternoon flick. And you know, sorry to interrupt, but it's a great, like, it's like an old school epic film too. Like, you don't really see that. They don't do that so well these days. Like, they don't do it where they can tell the story of a person from all the way from where he's a kid to literally where he's like an old man. Like, and they expand his whole life in this one film. They don't do that well anymore, and this movie does it to the T.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of movies like that, like a Forrest Gump or whatever. But yeah, there's not a lot.
Or, like, I mean, Star Wars is a good example.
Yeah, where it's like you've really been on a journey.
Yeah, like it's that's a great word.
One other cool thing about this was that Arnold had stopped doing all the competitive bodybuilding in 1975, but then he got in such, like, good shape training for this movie that he decided he'd go back in, like, and enter in the 1980 Mr. Olympia, because this movie had been, like, kept having delays, and Arnold's sitting around waiting and, like, growing his hair out and all this for it. But he entered in the 1980 Mr. Olympia and won it again, like, after 5 years of retirement.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why he's the GOAT.
He pulled a Jordan on him.
Yeah, came out of retirement, stomped on him.
Played a little baseball first, and then came back and won the championship.
Yeah, this movie, unbelievable movie.
Yeah,
I mean, great. They don't make them like this anymore, you know, where everything is real, everything is on the screen.
Yeah. I mean, it's a man's man movie. It really is.
Like, Arnold has done some macho movies, hasn't he?
Yeah, and this is up there.
The only one I could see being any more macho than this is probably Predator.
Yeah.
Where it's just like such testosterone.
Yeah, that one's over the top.
Yeah, this one's just like, this is a man doing manly things. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, but it's a fucking great movie.
Yeah, I agree. I 2 thumbs up.
So, oh, yeah. Definitely a classic for a reason. And launched this man's career for a reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's awesome. Got another one under our belts.
Yeah,
Mike.
yeah. I love this movie, man. I could talk about it all day.
Yeah, so how many times for you think you've seen it?
I'm a little older than you, man. So I've probably got like 10 years of watching it more than you, so I'm a good 25, 30.
Okay, I'm probably like 10 or something like that, but I think I mentioned probably in an earlier episode, but like one of my first memories as a human being was like my dad sneaking me to let me watch this on TBS or something and being like, don't let your mom know that I let you watch this.
Yeah. We're both big movie fans. As a parent, we have this podcast. And I have a DVD and a Blu-ray collection, but it's not huge. Like, you would think it'd be huge, but it's not. This is definitely one of the movies that I own. Like, and it made that cut, you know, into my like something I have to have on DVD.
My collection is pretty big, but this was definitely like a essential addition.
Like, I don't even have any of the Star Wars movies on DVD.
Oh, dude, I gotta get my Blu-rays on Star Wars. Yeah, I do have those.
If he doesn't release the originals, I just can't do it.
See, that's why I love my DVDs of Star Wars, because like as a bonus disc, they have the originals.
No way, really?
Yeah, dude. If you ever want to watch them, you swing by the house. We'll check them out.
Definitely do.
Han shot first.
All right.
All right. We'll be back again sometime with something else, another one of our favorites.
Absolutely.
And thanks for listening, you guys, and we'll catch you next time.
All right, Conan out.